Dangin Nira, Gemen uframevna, Dadu eptelha. Lesson 11. More questions. So far, you've learned a few set questions, such as Emma mok and Eme niskom. In this lesson, you will learn how to construct your own questions. The easiest kind of question to construct you've already learned, the yes or no question, which is made by simply putting tut in front of a statement. For example, Tutnen woswa mok mamin? Is the ghost fast? And these questions can be answered with fam, yes, or p, no. However, most questions are more complicated than that. They ask for specific bits of information, not just confirmation or denial. To ask these more complicated questions, we require question words. You've already met two, Emma, what, and esta, who. These question words will replace a noun in your sentence. To do so, you take out the noun, put in the question word, change the ending to match the case, then bring the question word to the front of the sentence. For example, if we take the sentence, Enhebrisa mapatitek sumerk spane, which means, the boy threw a bird to a woman, you can replace each noun in that sentence with either Emma or esta. Let's go noun by noun. Enhebrisa is a person, so we replace that with esta. Hebrisa is in the nominative, so we don't change esta. And it's already at the beginning of the sentence, so we don't have to move it. So our new sentence would be, Esta mapatetek sumerk spane, who threw a bird to a woman. Next, we can replace sumerk, which is also a person. Sumerk is the indirect object, so esta becomes esterg, then gets brought to the front of the sentence, becoming Esterg nen hebrisa mapatetek spane. To whom did the boy throw a bird? Finally, we replace spane, which is a thing, so we use Emma, which becomes eme, because it is the object, then gets dragged to the front of the sentence, giving us Eme nen hebrisa mapatetek sumerg. What did the boy throw to a woman? You can respond to each of these questions either by repeating the full sentence with a bit of information put back in its proper place, or by saying the relevant piece of information in the correct case. For example, the answer to the last question would be spane. Now that we've been introduced to some more parts of speech, we can learn some more question words. Notice that they all begin with e. Emin, which, Enebin, whose, Eldu, how, and Eriv, why. Emin replaces adjectives, Enebin replaces personal adjectives, and Eldu replaces adverbs. Eriv doesn't replace anything, but will merely head the sentence. For an example of each, let's define gentle as Damantin, and take the sentence, Manwin risa tsukeletek damantorg minunange. A tall man gently held your baby. Now we can ask, Emin risa tsukeletek damantorg minunange. Which man gently held your baby? Enebin nunange manwin risa tsukeletek damantorg. Whose baby did a tall man gently hold? Eldu manwin risa tsukeletek minunange. How did a tall man hold your baby? Finally, we can ask, Eriv manwin risa tsukeletek damantorg minunange. Why did a tall man gently hold your baby? To answer, we can say some reason beginning with arteg, because. For example, arteg kisrok me or hastitok payamoi me, which means because he likes you and wants to help you. If you don't know the answer to a question, you'll want to be able to say that, so we need to learn Fuvoi, to know. So, I don't know would be ged fuvos. Note that this know is only for facts. If you want to say that you know a person, that you are acquainted with them, you use one of two verbs, Toleroi and Vadanoi. Use either one, they mean the same thing. Quickly, let's add one more noun and adjective case, the ablative. This case is used to show the instrument of an action. For example, in the sentence, I struck you with a rock. The rock is the instrument of the striking. In Dangin Nira, the ablative noun ending is ev. So if we define to strike as toldoi, then the aforementioned sentence would be toldetes me gungolev. Note that the instrument comes after the object. The adjective ending is inuv. So to say, I struck you with a big rock, you'd say, toldetes me tupinuv gungolev. We can also ask a question about this instrument. Emev toldetes me. With what did I strike you? So in review, we learned how to replace parts of sentences with question words beginning with e. We learned the difference between Fuvoi and the verbs Toleroi and Vadanoi. And we learned the ablative case, which is used to describe instruments. This is in fact the last of the noun cases. There are only 5. Now make sure you know this new vocabulary before you move on to the next video.